Hello, everyone, and welcome to the English Leap podcast. My name is Sarah.
And I'm David. We're really excited you're joining us today. How are you doing today, Sarah?
I'm doing great, David. Feeling relaxed, and I'm especially excited about today's topic. How about you?
I'm doing well. It's been a productive day so far, and I think this conversation will be really helpful for our listeners.
Absolutely. Today, we're talking about something simple but very important, our daily routines.
Yes, from the moment we wake up to the moment we go to bed, routines shape how our day goes.
And today, we'll share our personal routines while helping you practice how to talk about your own routine in English.
And of course, we have our vocabulary expert, Lily, joining us.
Lily. Hi, Sarah. Hi, David. I'm happy to be here.
We're glad to have you, Lily.
Throughout today's episode, I'll explain key words and phrases so our listeners can use them confidently in their daily conversations. That's perfect. Let's get started. David, what's your morning routine like?
Well, Sarah, I usually wake up around 6:30 a.m. I try not to reach for my phone immediately. Instead, I take a few deep breaths and stay still for a minute. It helps me feel calm and focused.
Wow, that sounds very peaceful. I have to admit, I usually jump out of bed and check my phone right away.
Oh, really? That can make you feel distracted sometimes.
Yes, I know, but I'm trying to change it. After that, I brush my teeth, take a shower, and get dressed.
Nice. I usually eat a light breakfast, like toast, eggs, or fruit. What about you?
Sometimes I eat breakfast, sometimes I just grab a snack. I think it depends on how hungry I feel.
Breakfast is important. It gives you energy for the morning. Even a small snack helps.
Absolutely. And after breakfast, I like to plan my day. I write down the most important tasks I need to do.
That's a very good habit. Planning your day helps you stay organized and reduces stress.
Yes, and sometimes I meditate for 10 minutes. It helps me clear my mind before I start working.
I do something similar. I usually stretch or do light exercises. Even just 5 minutes can make a huge difference.
I also like to drink water right after waking up. Staying hydrated early helps me feel awake and energized.
Good point. Hydration is often overlooked. I sometimes have tea or coffee, but water is essential first thing.
Do you have a specific order you follow every morning?
Yes, actually. Wake up, breathe, stretch, brush, shower, breakfast, review the day, start work. Following a routine makes mornings smoother.
I like that. I think I need a more structured approach instead of just jumping from one thing to another.
Exactly. Structure helps, but it doesn't have to be rigid. You can adapt as needed.
Now, Sarah, let's talk about the afternoon. For me, this is usually the busiest part of the day. Mine too. I usually have meetings, assignments, or other tasks to complete, but I try to take short breaks every hour.
That's very important. Breaks help refresh your mind and improve focus.
Exactly. Sometimes I go for a short walk, have a small snack, or just step outside for a few minutes. Even 5 minutes can make a difference.
I do something similar. I like to listen to calm music while working. It helps me concentrate.
I also switch environments sometimes. If I'm working at a desk all day, I move to a window or balcony for a short period.
That's a great idea. Small changes can help your brain stay engaged.
I also make sure to drink enough water. Staying hydrated keeps me energized.
Absolutely. And I usually review my to-do list in the afternoon, checking off what I've completed. It gives a sense of accomplishment.
Yes, that feeling is very motivating. It reminds me that even small tasks matter.
Exactly. And I sometimes eat a small snack if I feel low on energy. Fruits or nuts usually work well.
Me too. Afternoon snacks and hydration are key for staying focused.
Do you ever feel overwhelmed in the afternoon?
Yes, sometimes. When tasks pile up, I feel stressed. That's why short breaks and small walks help me reset.
I do the same. I also make it a point to prioritize the most important tasks first.
That's smart. It helps you complete critical work and reduces pressure later.
Exactly. Even during busy afternoons, taking short breaks, moving around, and drinking water can make a big difference.
David, evenings are my favorite time. I like to wind down and relax. Same here. I usually eat dinner, relax, and reflect on my day.
Reflection is important. It helps you understand what went well and what can be improved.
Yes, and I try to stay away from my phone at night. It's difficult, but helps me sleep better.
That's true. Screens can make it harder to sleep.
Exactly. I also like reading or journaling before bed. Journaling helps me process my thoughts and plan for tomorrow.
Great idea. Even writing for 5 minutes helps organize your thoughts.
And I also take time to relax with light music or a cup of herbal tea. It makes the evening peaceful.
For me, sometimes I watch a short series or listen to a podcast. It helps me unwind.
Do you set goals for the next day in the evening?
Yes, I write down 2-3 small goals. It helps me start the next day focused.
Same here. Even small goals make a difference over time.
So evenings are not just for rest, they're for reflection and planning too.
Exactly. A calm evening helps ensure a productive tomorrow. Evening phrases.
Let's talk about weekends. How does your routine change, Sarah?
Weekends are more flexible. I usually sleep a bit longer, but I still try not to oversleep.
That's smart. Sleeping too much can make Mondays harder.
Yes, I also use weekends for personal projects or hobbies. Painting, reading, or cooking, for example.
I like that. I usually go for a longer walk or exercise more during weekends. It helps me stay active.
I also meet friends or family sometimes. Social time is important for balance.
Absolutely. And I like to review the past week, what I accomplished, what I can improve.
Weekends are perfect for that. I also plan the next week's tasks.
Yes, a little preparation makes the week less stressful.
Do you allow yourself to relax completely without schedules too?
Yes, I usually pick one day to just relax, watch movies, nap, or do nothing productive.
That's my favorite part too. Weekend routines balance productivity and rest. Weekend phrases.
Sarah, let's talk about challenges. What makes sticking to routines hard?
Distractions are the biggest challenge. Phones, notifications, social media, they take up time.
Agreed. And sometimes unexpected tasks appear, which disrupt plans.
Yes, even simple changes like errands or appointments can throw off your schedule.
Also, lack of motivation can make routines difficult. Some days you just don't feel like doing anything.
Exactly. That's when small steps help. Start with one task and build momentum.
And taking short breaks helps prevent burnout.
I also find that having someone to hold you accountable helps. A friend or colleague can check in.
Yes, accountability partners are very effective.
David, any tips for maintaining routines successfully?
Yes, start small. Don't try to change everything at once. Focus on 1 or 2 habits at a time.
That's smart. Also, consistency matters more than perfection.
Exactly. Even if you miss a day, keep going. Small steps add up.
I also recommend planning your day in advance. A simple checklist helps stay organized.
And remember to include breaks and fun. Routines shouldn't feel like punishment.
Yes, routines should create balance, not stress.
And use tools, alarms, reminders, apps to stay consistent.
Thank you everyone for listening. We hope these tips and routines help you create a balanced life.
And remember, it's okay to adapt your routine as life changes.
Use the vocabulary you learned today and practice speaking about your daily life in English. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you in the next episode.